everyone, this is the Theorem. Today, we're going over standard deviation, specifically how to calculate it. So, in an experiment, we know you had to answer the question. In this case, if the time of day affects square dot's performance. You have variables/factors in your experiment. Now, the thing we're changing/testing is called the independent variable, and this is going to be graphed on the x-axis. So in this case, our independent variable would be the time of day because we're testing that. And the results you get when you test the independent variable are called the dependent variable. Our dv in this case would be the number of games square dot wins. So the dependent variable is something measurable, so numbers basically. Now, why does this matter? Why do we care? Well, the data we get from the dependent variable is important to calculate the standard deviation. So here we can see our experiment results. We got the number of games square dot 1 per time of day, and we chose to do the trial 3 times. So we did our experiment 3 times, in other words. And we're asked to find the standard deviation of the morning section. So what does that mean exactly? Well, standard deviation measures how far the data points are from the mean or the average of your data. Now, if it's low, it indicates that the IV, your independent variable, is the reason we're getting our results. So yay! If it's high, it means the data is more spread out/far from the mean. So another factor could be impacting our results instead. But anyways, here are the steps to find standard deviation. So, number 1, find the average/mean of the points in your dataset. Step number 2, each individual data point value minus the mean. Step 3, square what you get in step 2. Step 4, sum the values you squared. In step 5, divide that sum by the degrees of freedom. So n-1 or number of data points minus 1. And for the final step, take the square root of the quotient. And it's going to be the positive square root. I know it sounds confusing, so let's walk through it together. Alright, first, let's find the mean of our morning dataset. We want the average, and we're going to use the points we got from each trial. So, let's add their values up. 2 plus 3 plus 1, which gives us 6. 7, sorry. Now we gotta divide 6 by the number of points we have, which is 3. So, 6 divided by 3 is 2. Therefore, our mean is 2. Next, we're going to do subtraction. It's each data point's value minus mean. So we're going to do 2 minus 2, 3 minus 2, and 1 minus 2. You gotta do this for each point, y'all. We got 0, 1, and 1. So save the numbers for step 3 because in step 3, we're going to square each of the differences we got in step 2. So 0 squared is 0, 1 squared is 1, and negative 1 squared is 1 as well. So save these 3 numbers. And remember, a negative times a negative is a positive. So even if you do get a negative difference in step 2, you end up with a positive number either way. Step 4, add the numbers we get after squaring. So 0 plus 1 plus 1 is 2. Now step 5, divide the sum over degrees of freedom. So what does that mean? Degrees of freedom is n minus 1, where n means the number of data points we have, so not their values. We have 3 points, so n is 3. Now we do 3 minus 1, which is 2. So since we're doing the sum divided by the degrees of freedom, we're doing 2, our sum, divided by 2. The number we get for n minus 1. So when you do 2 divided by 2, well, you just go on. Now for the last step. You're going to take the square root of the number you get in step 5. So remember, it's the positive square root. So the square root of 1 is, 1 when we're taking the positive square root. And there you have it. The standard deviation of the morning section in our experiment is 1. So you see standard deviation and mean in AP biology. So really, you should take 2 main points away from this video, the mean and standard deviation then. So let's review the steps. So the mean is the sum of all data point values divided by the number of data points. And the symbol for mean looks like an X with a line over it. And now for the standard deviation formula. So it's basically saying each data point minus the mean, and you're going to square that. And you're going to take the sum of each of them. Then you divide that sum by the degrees of freedom, which is the denominator, and then you take the square root of the quotient. Like I said, just follow the steps. Well, that's that from the Theorem, and stay tuned for more.